Hey everybody, this is DJ Hellbound coming to you once again from YouTube. I just wanted to make a quick video here because I haven't made one for a week or so, here we go. I've been commenting lately on the video for the Blashpemy Challenge. If anybody's not aware of it, the Blashpemy Challenge was offered, was it 2 or 3 years ago, by the Rational Response Squad, which is now defunct, unfortunately. And I was arguing with a person, I believe the name is Doctrines of Grace Baptist, I'm assuming that's the name of the church. And he gave a statement saying that he was given proof of atheism by other atheists. I don't know if I would call them atheists, I'd just basically call them God deniers. I don't know. A God denier is an atheist, I suppose. Yes, okay. We'll let that go. Anyway, I was making a comment to him, correcting the argument that he was given by this other atheist, or the God denier, or whatever it is that you want to call him. And he responded back to the first point of the argument, stating that he was relatively sure that he had picked the correct religion. The argument that was presented was the thing where, the original argument that was presented, I should say, is all religions are false for a various number of reasons. Then the second proposition of that is that the only evidence we have found points to a material physical world, which I find nothing wrong with that. I believe that's pretty accurate. The third proposition was there is no evidence for God, and the fourth proposition was therefore God does not exist. Now, far be it from me to say that that's incorrect. If somebody believes that way, sure, then that might be correct to them. I restated the argument, the actual argument that was that's pretty commonly presented by atheists, which is there are many different religions. Assuming that one and only one can be the correct one, then all other religions are false. Therefore, it is statistically impossible, or not statistically impossible, statistically improbable that you have chosen the correct religion, and that was the one that he responded to. The second and third I left as they were because they're both pretty sound. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence, any physical evidence that we have dug up or in any way, shape, or form come into contact with that shows that there is a God, or that the universe was in fact created. The fourth proposition was that there is no God. I sort of changed that around to saying, it is statistically improbable that God had anything to do with the universe that we now live in, which I think is fair. And like I said, Doctrines of Grace Baptist responded to me, saying that, he had studied his Bible, and he had studied some other religions, and he had studied naturalism, and said that he was relatively sure that the religion he chose, Christian, I'm assuming Baptist, was the correct religion. Now, I responded very politely. I tried to be very, what's the word? I tried to be tactful and polite about it, and I said, for your sake, for the sake of, your eternal soul, which I don't really believe exists, but, you do, so there you go. I hope you're right. And I got negative marks for that. Okay, fine, I can accept that. I guess, some people saw that as me encouraging him to spread his word. I'm not. I'm just making a point that, you have to know when a battle is lost. The battle in this case is not evidence. We win that every time. But the battle in this case is, he's so sure of his not convictions, well, maybe convictions. He's so sure of his version of the truth that it would really be pointless to continue arguing, because you've reached an impasse there, where I may have all the evidence. I don't have all the evidence, but I have evidence supporting my side, and he has faith in his side. Neither one of us is going to budge there. His faith completely overrules any sort of evidence that you might be able to point to, because the evidence is meaningless to him. Now, like I said, if you want to call me an enabler for him to continue preaching his message, fine, I can accept that. But I just wanted to let you know, where my official stance on that was. I am not trying to enable him to deliver his message. I am trying to say, okay, I realize that this can't really go any further without feelings getting hurt. Not mine, of course. I mean, I have the evidence to back up my opinion. But I was trying to let them down very gently and say, I understand where you're coming from. I understand that, your faith is going to trump evidence no matter what I say or do. So, peace to you and yours. That's pretty much what I said. And, okay, I got marked down for that. That's my fault. I think that's about all I have to say about that. The only real thing that I can add to that is I have absolute confidence that sometime in the future, I mean, considering how science has advanced so far in so little time, that we will, in fact, get some evidence that completely rules out the need for a God. I truly and honestly have full confidence that science will be able to get the evidence to make God obsolete. I mean, considering all the stuff that they had written in the Bible and in other holy texts about, where rain came from. God had his little ladle, and he scooped some rain up from the river, and then he sprinkled it down upon us, saying, here, guys, have some rain. But we already know, I mean, well, yes, we already know that that's not how it happens. We know about condensation, and we know about, what goes up must come down, gravity. And I don't think it will be very long, maybe not in my lifetime, but I don't think it will be very long before we have the answers that we need to dispose of God, to get rid of this bronze or Stone Age myth that we've been stuck in. Well, not stuck in, because some of us have broken free of it, but stuck with for the last 2,000 years or so. So that's about all I have to say. That's my rant for today. This is my rant for this week. Or I might get a chance to make another one tomorrow or the next day, but that's all I have to say for this week. This is DJ Hellbound signing off. Have a good day, folks.